said, welcome to Conversations with Malik podcast. Thank you for everybody who listens and watches this show. Please don't forget to follow us at convoswithmalik.com, convoswithmalik.com. There you will find all our social media links. We're on Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. Check me on Instagram, IG, at ConW with Malik, Facebook, Conversation with Malik, YouTube, Conversation with Malik. Like, subscribe, share. We're about positivity on this show. We're about life. We're about talking about things that will enhance the quality of the lives of people. And so whenever you have a message like that, you definitely want to share that with other people. And listen, I'm here with family, first of all, family of the show, returning guest. He's been on multiple times. We're talking about Mr. Fitness himself, Vaughn Livingston, Lucid Tone Fitness. What's up, my bro?
What's going on? Everything is good, bro. How you feeling? How you doing during this time right now?
Well, listen, at first, I was losing my mind.
I remember we spoke, yeah.
I was like, not only was the businesses being shut down, but just being in the house, Devon, like, I'm Mr. Shake and Bake.
I hear you. Same here.
So I'm adjusting, but I'm not permanently adjusting. Like, this has to
right
break soon because I'm
right.
But
people calling us the new normal. I'm like, this. I'm not trying to make this a normal thing. Like, I'm not trying to make this feeling normal.
No,
for sure.
How are you doing? What's going on, man? I'm watching you on Instagram. I see the fitness is still moving.
Yeah.
Came over, you was talking about this, and I was like, okay, let me see how this is gonna work. But it seems to be working.
Yeah, you know what? During this time right now, we've been able to adjust really quickly. We've been not just myself and my other colleagues and stuff like that, but also people that are into fitness enthusiasts. So I feel like I've been telling everybody I'm just trying to find a blessing in all this. No matter what's going on, it's like, let's try to find the message in all this. How can we take something from what's going on right now? Yes, we know it's a tragic situation. It's a pandemic's affecting the entire world. You know what I'm saying? But this is a time for some of us to slow down, some of us to speed up, some of us to do the things that we've been wanting to do. And for others, it's like, let's look at what's really important and what matters.
Right.
And specifically for fitness, this is connecting a lot of people more than they've ever been connected before. So no matter whose class you're looking to take or information or knowledge you're looking to obtain, it's literally at in the palms of your hands and the click of a button on the computer and laptops and things like that. So you know what, this time is like is pivotal for all of us. You know what I'm saying? So it could really be used for our good. But people have been able to make the adjustment. I think rather quickly. You know what I'm saying? People before this, we said, listen, I was doing online classes. The fact that people can just come and touch you, you know what I'm saying, come in and be with you in person, they're less likely to join in online and what have you and things like that, and digitally and digital formats, even though these things still existed. But now it's like you have no other choice. So with other businesses, you just have no choice but to conform to the new norm and what's going on right now. And it means that much to you. So it's been different. Of course, you got to get creative. From one entrepreneur to another, you got to get creative in what you're going to do. And as far as maintaining your lifestyle and paying bills and things like that. But on the consumer end, it's the same thing. Having to make that adjustment as well. So I'm just thankful, bro. I'm just grateful to be in a space that is still very much needed.
Right.
Shout out to all the people that are essential workers out there. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
That's crazy. So I'm just thinking about that. And I think the most important thing, and I've been saying this and putting this out there, the most important thing right now is definitely us remaining healthy and well. And if I can provide a service that's going to help people, not only physically, but mentally as well, to keep us all sane. You know what I'm saying? I know that's the biggest thing. That's really important.
Yeah, no doubt. And, I was wondering when they close my gym, I go to I go to 24-hour fitness, and I was like, man, they closed the gym, so then we was all going out to the park.
Right.
And then they closed off Brookville Park, right? we was still going under the yellow tape and going in and working out.
Right? Necessary.
Right? And so then we in there, we still working out. And, dudes that's been going to the park for years, like I do, the park etiquette. There's an etiquette in the park. But we knew there was social distance. So if it was like 6 of us in there, one dude was automatically kind of waiting on the side, you know what I'm saying? Maybe doing some push-ups.
Right.
Whatever. And then once he saw like one person came out, then he was coming in. So we kind of was regulating ourselves.
Yeah.
I go yesterday and they put an additional fence around the workout area. I said, come on, man. But I get it for health reasons. So if you see here, man, I got what is this over here? I got the total gym.
You got to break it out. Got to break out the equipment. The equipment that been in the crib collecting all the dust.
Collecting cobwebs.
Right. The as seen on TV stuff. Gotta break out the thigh mat. You gotta break out the shake weight, the thigh master. From 96.
You know what I'm saying? So, but actually the total gym is the bomb, man, because it's small, it's compact.
Yo.
So I brought that out today. I'm gonna get busy on that and I'm gonna run. But it's funny, Davon, and I wanted to ask you about this. I keep seeing this commercial about the mirror.
Yeah.
And it's this mirror, you saw it.
Yeah.
The physical fitness trainer, he or she is like there,
right,
in their face, and they got all of these different programs on there. And I said, I want to talk to I thought about you immediately, and at the end of the commercial, it said the future of fitness.
Right.
And do you really see that as being a possibility? The future of fitness is going to be in people's personal spaces with something like that.
Yeah, you know what? And I mean, if you look at Peloton, right? Peloton has the bikes with the TV right on them. You know what I'm saying? And you can take virtual classes. You can sign right into their classes that are going on at their studios. So like I said, to my point before, like they had these things, and of course the people that knew about them were taking advantage of them. But now it's like you have to find now you have to find the thing that works best for you. So the mirror is really good. Some people really love that. And again, you could see your form. That's the huge thing. And I think the biggest apprehension with most people is the trainer going to be able to see me? Am I going to get as good of a workout? If you worked out in person and in a class before, because of course you get that one-on-one feeling when someone is correcting your form and things like that, saying, hey, Malik, get a little lower. It's a lot different than just taking a class, back in the day, popping in the Tybo tape, and you don't know if the form is correct. You just move it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like, bro, like this is definitely giving us a taste of what, could be our new norm. What, God forbid, this is like the next year for the rest of the year, bro. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a serious possibility. Like, I know I've been kind of like watching a little bit, in we have the most cases, you know what I'm saying? Queens, that whole area, but you know what I'm saying? Long Island, New York might very well be locked down for the next, what are we on, week 3, week 4 right now? We might, this could be another 8 weeks, bro. Like the whole thing in China, they was in lockdown for 12 weeks. Right. And we got more cases, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who's to say that this won't be another 3? They cancel school over for the rest of the year.
Right.
So who's to say that this is not going to last for a long time and people need an outlet? You know what I'm saying? They pretty much closing down outside, thing with the gate and everything like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, De Blasio came on yesterday. And right after that, Cuomo came on. And Cuomo said, school's not canceled.
Right.
He was and it's funny because I'm cracking up because obviously these two don't like each other.
They're not on the same page. I'm like, what's going on? It's like,
but they've been not like it. They don't really don't like each other. Yeah, like I know people that know them, they personally don't like each other, right? So every time de Blasio comes on, Cuomo literally, as if to say, he got in touch with his people and was like, I'm coming on right after him. Because as soon as de Blasio shit went off, he came on, and he was like, no, hold on a second. He just gave you his opinion.
Right.
I'm the only one that could close schools for the year.
Right.
And he was like, and honestly, I really like Cuomo, man. Cuomo really, he should consider running in 4 years because he said you can't just close schools for the rest of the year because what if in June we can start releasing people back to work?
Right.
It's gonna go.
Right. Right.
So we need to do everything in conjunction together, the tri-state area, not just make rash decisions.
Right.
We have to think about all of this. So he's like so well balanced, man. I love listening to him, but
Word. He keeps it real. He keeps it real. I appreciate that. Right.
And he's balanced and he's thinking about the whole picture. And so I was thinking, I said, Davon, this online virtual stuff, Loose and Tone Fitness can actually reach people all over the world.
Right.
You're not just limited to the chicks and queens and the dudes that, I don't want to say it like that, but I'm just saying. You
want the dudes to be healthy too, because we want the dudes to be healthy too.
You want the dudes to be out there too. But you actually open yourself up to, somebody could be in Bermuda.
Anywhere.
Classes.
Word. And I mean, all over the country. And like I said, I think that is the biggest, specifically speaking about the fitness industry. You know what I'm saying? Thank God, like we still blessed to be able to still do this. So now it's just a matter of like marketing, who speaks to you the best, like what class you want to take and things like that. But I think, like I said, for someone that is a fitness enthusiast, myself included, if I want to go take a class with somebody, if I want to learn something different, there's a ton of people that's putting information out. Every day when I go on live, depending on who you're following, of course, every day when I go on live, it's somebody else who might not have been on live, and they're giving out so much information and so many tips. It's crazy. It's people that I follow, like some really like Ben Greenfield, like these are really big names, and like Don Saladino, and like just different names, different people that are in fitness and the health and wellness industry, and they're like sharing so much information every day. You know what I'm saying? For a couple minutes, 30 minutes to an hour, like every day, live is buzzing first thing in the morning. 10 or 12 o'clock in the morning. People are posting all this information, so it's like, yo, it's so much information. It's so much information that's being put out right now, and we just have to access it. You know what I'm saying? But you really could reach people all over the world. That's the crazy thing, right? Like like we knew that we was connected before, but now you could like now it's real. Now it's real. Now it's real.
So what tips do you have for people to stay healthy during these times when you're telling people to stay home? What would be some of your suggestions for people so that they can stay healthy, keep their immune systems up, and keep themselves physically fit?
From definitely within all of this, and I've been like posting about it. Some people made like jokes about it and stuff like that. People taking herbal supplements and things like that. Whether it be sea moss or black seed oil, these things that help with inflammation and reduce mucus and things like that.
Okay.
I'm not a medical expert or anything like that. My nutritionist or dietitian, so I just want to put that out there. But from what I know, from my own personal experience, the research that I've done, the most important thing that we could do now is definitely change up our eating habits, change up our lifestyle habits, whether it's getting more rest, eating habits, definitely increasing more fruits, vegetables, staying hydrated. Those are really, really important. If you already have those herbal supplements, if you've been already taking them, those are really good. Some of the ones that I take that have been working for me, I take maca root, I take burdock, black seed oil, sea moss. And again, all of them have their own individual properties, but yeah, they do all help with clearing out mucus from your system, inflammation, reducing those things. But the most important thing is definitely your eating intake on a whole. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, and unless And let's be real. I mean, when this first happened, people were going crazy. We didn't know what to expect, right? People were buying up everything, all the non-perishable foods.
Oh, forget about it. Oh, goodness.
But the vegetables is all there. But if you went to the produce section, the veggies, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? All the veggies and stuff like that was all there. If you wanted to, you really could get fresh vegetables. You can still get fresh vegetables and freezing and stuff like that. So I think, and not for nothing, for the past since October, I have my fiance and I, Danielle, we completely changed over to a whole foods, like mainly whole foods, but plant-based diet though, plant-based diet. So that's what we've personally done. And I feel the effects. I mean, not to say that that's going to cure COVID. I'm not trying to put that out. But in regards to people, you know, because I see a lot of stuff of people posting about herbal supplements and things like that. And yeah, those will help. But if you're not changing up your diet as well, it's kind of like you're doing yourself a disservice. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get the full benefit of it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so I'm definitely doing that, changing up your eating, getting moving. I've actually had a couple clients, and he said it was cool though. But one of my clients specifically was hospitalized with COVID, right?
Wow.
And he's a little bit he's a bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed, and I would be remiss if I didn't say this. There's a couple dudes that I know either through somebody else, and like barber dudes. I don't know if you've seen it, but a couple guys have passed away.
Yeah.
From Queen and stuff like that. But one thing I definitely noticed is that it seems to be that people with either like higher body fat percentage and of course the impact immune have been having a harder time kind of getting over this or having more severe symptoms. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a doctor, but it's one thing that I've definitely noticed. You know what I'm saying? So definitely right now, he told me that his doctor told him to really focus on his breathing exercise, his lung exercise. Like I said, he's a bigger dude and you know, right. So I mean, we don't look at it like this. And again, unfortunately with when tragedies happen, it kind of puts things in perspective for us. A lot of us, like look at everything, look at the whole movement, the girl dad movement with Kobe and all that stuff. This kind of puts everything in perspective. So again, I try to use that to reflect, you know what I'm saying, and be like more introspective when things like that happen. Okay, what can I take out of this moment right now? And one of the things I'm taking from it is like, listen, we really need to focus on health and when we see, because the parallel that I was drawing was that the conclusion I was getting from all this was that, listen, you may be physically healthy on paper, right? A1C good, no high blood pressure, no high cholesterol, things like that. But an elevated or higher body fat percentage, bro, makes you more susceptible to a lot of things. The chances for recovery over certain things or certain diseases, certain viruses are less when you are, you know what I'm saying, when your body fat percentage is higher. So I just want to like put that out there and like be totally honest. You know what I'm saying? It's no shade, it's no like whatever out there, but now it's really starting to see, and it's unfortunate that, you know, people have to die and we have to get to this point where our back is against the wall. We're making adjustments. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Again, this is a tragedy, you know, by far one of the worst things we ever faced in our lifetime. I want to say probably, you know what I'm saying? It's affecting all of us. But just thinking about, I also want to think about the effects of what if this didn't happen and all the other people, all the lives would be affected. You know what I'm saying? Think about all the people that are changing things right now as well. You know what I'm saying? The perspective that's put into people. So, man. So just looking at your health as a whole right now, how's your mental state? You know what I'm saying? We talk about the physical as well, but we can't talk about the physical without talking about the mental state. You know what I'm saying? Are people doing things? One other tip I would give people is definitely meditation, prayer. That's huge. I've been getting into more like mindfulness. It's taking a second to reflect because we don't do that. You know, like you said earlier, like myself included, always on the go, always doing things. Are we really taking the time to reflect and assess how we're doing? That's big. That's big because you can't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. Like you can't really assess. You can't really and implement the changes that you need to if you don't really assess how you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
and I would add to that. You don't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. But you definitely don't know where you're going if you don't know where you are in the current.
Yo, that's a fact.
If I don't pray and meditate, then I'm not getting in touch with self.
Right.
If I'm not getting in touch with self, how do I know where I'm taking me?
Right.
How do I know what I'm being led by? What's leading me?
Yo.
What's my guiding force? What are my guiding principles? What am I seeking? You know, what is my driving principle force behind why I'm making the decisions that I'm making?
Right. Right.
To get into this relationship with this person, to get into this business, because it's all about relationships. Everything's about relationships.
Right. And feelings. How about you? How you feel? Right.
Yeah. So, you know, why am I getting into this business relationship? Why am I, you know, whatever it is that I'm doing, why am I doing it? If I'm not in touch with self, I'm not going to know why I'm doing it.
Right. Right.
And so, you know, it's funny because I was thinking in terms of, I said, fitness guys, part of their promo going forward could be strengthening your lungs exercises, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Things like, hey, man, if it comes back or to beat COVID, how about, you know, we do exercises that are kind of strengthening our lungs, you know?
Yeah. Breath work. That's the
Work.
thing. My aunt does that. So yeah, I mean, we can have on, but yeah, that's a thing, bro. That's definitely a thing. My thing has been, and what I want to, you know, if this was 5, 6, maybe even 4 years ago, you know, no pain, no gain would have been the message, you know what I'm saying? Or just something else, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, this has put so much stuff into perspective. And for me, as a health and fitness, health and wellness professional, like I call myself, I don't just call myself a trainer. I think that term is just so misused and skewed, and people think other things.
Yeah.
My goal right now, and I hope this is something that other people will take into practice as well, is to be objective. You know what I'm saying? So if you'd have said, like, asked me 4 or 5 years ago, what's the best source of protein and all this other stuff, I'd have been like, yeah, I know protein whey, blah, 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 all these other things. But I'm learning so much more now. Not to say that those things, there are other sources, you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not a biochemist, but I would have told you, nah, this is the best. I wouldn't have said that plant protein is up there, or you can even get your protein from plants, because I didn't know any better. You know what I'm saying? But my goal is to be objective. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of how I personally feel about something, if I learn new information, I'm going to start to implement that. If I learn better information and evidence-based research information, I'm going to start to implement that, and hopefully start to have my clients do that as well. So I had a lot of my clients following this plan called the 22-Day Revolution. It's a book by Marco Borges, and he trained Ryan Seacrest. He trained Beyonce for Coachella, and it pretty much in the book. Marco Borges, the author, and he's a trainer as well. He talks about the habits and lifestyle that you need to get healthy. And then it goes into like being plant-based and how a plant-based lifestyle can help you out. But he talks about all these other habits and underlying habits. So more so than anything, I would definitely recommend people pick up that book. Right now, more than anything, I mean, they can do it on Kindle or whatever. So if any takeaway from this conversation right now, definitely that 22-Day Revolution book.
22-Day Revolution.
Yeah. So no, and the other thing I want to say about it is that most people think that, or even I thought, like, listen, if you're not completely doing it 100%, then why do it at all? But even if you just implementing smaller things, it's just like fitness. You just implement just one step at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be like a Jehovah's
It doesn't have to be all or nothing.
Right? It doesn't. But but I was talking to somebody else about this, and it's like, you think you're at 100%, or you're like, yeah, I'm feeling good, I'm at 100%. But then you start making small changes in your life, getting a little bit more sleep, drinking more water, getting more active. You're like, damn, this is what feeling active feel like. This is when I really feel good. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just been that journey, and like I said, trying to be objective. So when I learn something new, or when I even see some type of research, or like, oh, this is interesting, let me implement that in my own life. It worked out. Let me try with my clients. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just like I get information and it's like it's out the window because it doesn't resonate with who I am right now. So again, like what you were saying, what leads my moral compass, what leads my beliefs, and my belief is to be more objective. You know, and I think we should take that approach as fitness and wellness professionals. So definitely the food right now, inner self, definitely looking introspectively and seeing meditation, deep breathing. Those exercises are important. Making sure staying well hydrated. I know a lot of people are staying up right now. Sleep is still number one. It's still, bro. I mean,
my sleep patterns is all over the place.
Yeah.
Now I don't even have a pattern. I wake up at 3. I go back to sleep at 6. I don't even know if it's night or day anymore.
I don't even know what day it is no more.
I literally went through a whole day. This is like maybe a week or two ago. I thought it was Thursday and it was Friday. Like literally the whole day. So look, man, tell everybody how they can find you. Give us your social media links. So
For sure. You can find me on Instagram, Losing Tone Fitness, LOSE. So look just like this. Lose, LOSE, the letter N, TONE, fitness, losingtone.com. My personal page is Mr. Make It Happen on Instagram. So like I said, losingtone.com is the best way to get in contact with me. They can find me on, on your page, but definitely if you go through the website or the Instagram, it's Losing Tone Fitness on anything. But, people could definitely reach out. I tell people all the time, reach out to me. I'll get back to DMs and comments on my page. So now is the time more than ever that we lean on each other and really and use our resources. You know what I'm saying? Be resourceful with our resources, because now's the time to really tap into that.
Listen, now's the time, man. And listen, people, I hope y'all got some jewels, because I know I did, from Brother Davon. Please check him out if you want to stay healthy, you want to stay fit, you want to get some spiritual food. Check out his page.
Yeah, for sure.
Stuff going on. There's a lot of good people out there, and that's what I try to do in the show. I want to get the good word out about what's going on. And listen, brother, thanks for coming on. I'll be talking to you. You and the fam, stay safe, right?
I appreciate you, bro. Same for you.
No
and
problem,
thanks for the platform as always, man, because this is like a godsend for all of us. So we need this. And we need to stay connected as always. So thank you for doing that.
No doubt. And I end the show like I normally do. Brother Malik loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Peace.